What is going on, everybody? I am back today to talk about a film that was released in 2023, and this is a movie that falls into a category of a few other movies that I really love, which is a film that A24 produced but did no marketing for. This movie was released, I don't even think I saw it in a theater near me. I think it had a limited run in a couple of theaters throughout the United States, and then it was kind of just dumped onto streaming. And as much as I love A24, there are a lot of movies that they have released throughout their time as a production company that they just dump on a streaming service or they dump online, and they're fantastic and you don't know anything about them. And I'd heard really positive things about this movie from people who had seen it. And so I finally got the chance to sit down and watch it, and I'm really looking forward to telling you about it today. And the film I'm going to be discussing with you is Earth Mama. Earth Mama is directed by Savanah Leaf. A pregnant single mother with 2 children in foster care embraces her Bay Area community as she fights to reclaim her family. So, as I said, very little marketing for this movie. I heard a little bit about it when it was first released, didn't get an opportunity to check it out right away. Finally got a chance to sit down and watch this thing, and it is fantastic. For a directorial debut, this movie is stunning visually. It has incredible performances. It's saying something really important about our culture, but doing it in a way that is so naturalistic and real to where even if you don't live the lifestyle of the characters that are in this film or suffer the things that they're going through or the things that they're struggling with, the movie does such a great job at presenting all of the issues that our lead character is going through in a way that is so relatable and understanding and empathetic. And our lead actress is so phenomenal in this film and really does an amazing job conveying the struggles that so many people in the United States of America go through. And I'm really excited to talk about the film with you today. So at the beginning of the film, we're introduced to our lead character, Gia, played by Tia Nomore. We see is at this support group, all these people are giving these speeches, and she leaves the group and we start to learn more about her life. She works at a photography center and she has 2 kids who are currently in the foster care system where they haven't been home to a new family. She doesn't have the ability to take care of them because she's not making enough money to be able to support them. She's a single mother and she wants to have custody of her children, and she's also about to give birth to another child. And so throughout the film, we are seeing her try to juggle her job while also trying to reclaim custody of her children, and also the possibility of losing her children, and can she find another family for her kids to live with. We see some of her friends and the people that she interacts with, and just a slice of life of what this person is going through to try to fight to take custody of her children. So as I said, I thought this movie was fantastic. An incredible directorial debut. For starters, I want to talk about the cinematography. This movie looks beautiful. There is so much intentionality to every single sequence in this film. The placement of the camera, the color temperature, and everything about the visual style complements the tone of the film. The movie has warm moments and really tender moments between mother and children, but there's so many heartbreaking moments throughout the film, and there's really this coldness to a lot of the cinematography, and you feel this isolation of this character who is really trying her best to survive as a single mother in a situation where it feels like everything is set up against her to succeed. Our lead actress, Tia Nomore, who plays Gia, is phenomenal. She does an incredible job playing this character. We feel so much of her pain and her struggle and the things she's going through these very quiet moments where the camera is just focused on her facial expressions. And with her working at a photography studio, she sees all these families from different backgrounds and different lifestyles come through, and we see her reaction, especially when there's photos of newborns being taken or families that are really tight knit, and you can just see her yearning and her longing for that sense of normality. And it seems like whatever she does to try to fight through it, there's just no way to get there. And I think the way that the director conveys that is really incredible. And our lead character goes through things. She's going through counseling for drug addiction at the same time. And the thing I really appreciated about this movie is none of the issues that she's struggling through are done in an overblown dramatic way that would feel like something that would be on the Hallmark Channel or an after school special where it's like, oh, this person got pregnant and they don't have a spouse and they're a single parent and they're also addicted to drugs. Where, like, if you watch something on the Hallmark Channel or like an after school special where it would feel really unrealistic, this film just really shows us how much of these issues are a product of circumstance and environment, and how this person is not a bad person. They're just put in a situation where it is almost impossible to succeed. We can see that she goes to her boss to ask for an advance just to be able to go buy clothes for her newborn child. And there's so many moments like that that are just really quick moments that show the struggle of this character. And even in the moments where, like, she struggles with her drug addiction, there's such a push and pull where you can understand that the drug use and the yearning for drug use in that moment is some form of escapism because of just how difficult life is. This film also does a really deep dive into the foster care system and how difficult that is for people to even be able to see their kids when we live in an environment where government assistance is so hard to achieve and support from the government is hard and cost of living is through the roof, and just finding a place to live and get support to watch your kids and to have your kids have a daycare service so that you can go to work to make enough money to come home and live. And you just get all of these layered issues on top of each other, and we see this character fighting so hard for survival and fighting so hard for her children. And what I think is so beautiful about this movie is there's so many stories in film where we see parents or we see people, and these characters can be painted as these really perfect people. And what I like about our lead character is she is flawed, and there are things that she struggled with, and life hasn't gone perfect for her. And that is the case for so many people. All of us are flawed in one way or another. None of us are perfect. And I think the way they depict this character and the things that she's gone through and what she has to do to try to get custody of her children, it's just a story where you can really root for this person and understand that their shortcomings are not necessarily their own fault. And I loved the way that that was depicted. I loved the entire cast of this film. They were so incredibly talented. Everyone who showed up in this movie gave a phenomenal performance. And it's not like a movie that feels like it's high stakes every second. It's very slice of life, hyper realistic. You're sitting with these characters for long periods of time to really experience their struggle and the things that they're going through. This is a film from an African American female director with a predominantly, almost entirely African American cast, and it's telling an important story. And what kind of bums me out about this, and I love A24, and I really love how A24 gives so many filmmakers the opportunity to make great movies, but I feel like in a culture right now where we are so yearning for stories of people of color, of queer people, of marginalized groups of people, we want to hear their stories. We want their stories to be told and brought to the forefront. A movie like this is something that I want to see A24 put a lot of money into. This is something that I really want them to put out there, and I want more people to see, because these are the types of stories that we need to hear as a culture. We need to understand what different groups of people go through and what different people struggle with. And Barry Jenkins, who made the film Moonlight, who made If Beale Street Could Talk, produced this film. And Barry Jenkins is one of my favorite filmmakers. I love Barry Jenkins. And the fact that he supported this film, put some money into this movie, shows how much faith he had in it. And I feel like the movie is amazing. Savanah Leaf, the director of this film, I cannot wait to see what she works on next. This film was phenomenal. I encourage you, if you get the opportunity, please watch this movie. It is a beautiful slice of life story that is so tender and gorgeous. There are beautifully shot sequences in this that just haven't left my mind since I watched the movie. If you get an opportunity to check this one out, please do. So have you seen Earth Mama? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was fantastic. I thought the performances were incredible, the cinematography was amazing, and I thought the subject matter of the film was incredibly important and a story that needs to be told. As always, if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.